Hey Gemini, welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing well. So this is going to be a reading for your person, and this doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. This could be a friendship, a coworker, family, something, whatever kind of situation this resonates for, you'll know best. Um, so yeah, we're just going to see how your person feels about the situation, why they're feeling this way, what they're going to do about it, and what they hope to accomplish. And then we're also going to take a look at how you're feeling, what action you're thinking of taking, and what the future holds for this relationship. Okay, so let's see for Gemini. I gotta say, first off, the deck is definitely shuffling better for you than it did for Taurus because it did not want to cooperate. But their situation was a little stubborn, I guess I want to say. And those of you who know Taurus and know their traits, you will not be surprised by that. So let's see. For Gemini. Interesting. So we've got how your person is feeling, how or why they feel this way, what action they're going to take, and what they hope to accomplish. Ooh, this feels like a love reading. I'm just going to say this right off the bat. So how you're feeling here, the action you're planning to take, interesting, and the future. Oh, man, you guys. Oh, I was so hopeful, and then right at the end there, it's just kind of like you're not interested. Now, again, this does not necessarily have to be in love. This could be in work or something. I was this. There's two emotions, two of cups, which is like the standard love card, right? Yeah, I'm not really seeing you being super into this. The bottom of the deck, the Chariot. It feels like I'm moving away from this energy. The Five of Voices, I get the feeling that you don't really see a connection here. You kind of feel as though you butt heads, and maybe you kind of feel with the Six of Inspiration, the Six of Wands, that this person needs a little bit too much attention. So you might even tell them that with the Ten of Voices here. Yeah, I think you're perfectly happy being single. I just have to point out too, while I was shuffling, the Queen of Materials, Queen of Pentacles, fell out of the deck. This could very easily be your person. It could be an earth sign that you're dealing with. I'm just going to put this off over here because this feels like your person's signifier. So even if they're not an earth sign, maybe they're embodying some real earthy energy, like nurturing. I almost want to say motherly, like want to take care of you kind of energy. Yeah. And those of you who watch the love readings, cut the deck and draw cards. That's what I did for this. Your middle card was the Ace of Voices, Ace of Swords. So I do see you having a conversation with this person. I don't really see it going the way that your person hopes it will. Because again, what we have up here is the Two of Emotions, Two of Cups, is how your person feels about this situation. I feel like they see you as their person, the one almost kind of energy. If this is in business, they see you as someone who would be really good to work for or work with. It's a partnership energy. They want to be partners with you in some way. And why they feel this way is the Nine of Emotions, Nine of Cups, and that's kind of like wish fulfillment energy, like, oh yes, this is exactly what I was looking for, this is exactly what I wanted, this is what I've been hoping for energy. And I kind of get the feeling with this Empress card, what action they're planning to take, I get the feeling that they're going to want to dote on you, they're going to want to spoil you. They like, I get the feeling that they want you to be as into them as they are into you, is the feeling I'm getting from this. And they're hoping by doing so, the Ace of Materials happens, the Ace of Pentacles, something new, something solid, a solid new beginning, essentially. Now, if this is love, it could be they're hoping for a date or they're hoping for an actual relationship. If this is in work, this could be hoping for a new project to start, a new business with you. that kind of thing. Now, the energy that's coming from you in this is the King of Swords, Muse of Voices. And it's like you're feeling, you're not. I just gotta say it, with the King of Swords, there's not really a whole lot of emotion going into this, right? It's a very, I guess I want to say cold energy. And swords are air, so this, it's your energy. It's just, I kind of get the feeling that you're comfortable being your own person. And I'm getting this too, with the King of Wands, the Muse of Inspiration, which is the action that you're planning to take here. And I do feel like, especially if this is in regards to business, I feel like you're less saying, I want to be your partner, and more like, I'm more comfortable being the boss, right? If this is a love situation, I kind of see you being more like emotionally detached from it, but still willing to do physical things, I guess is the nice way to put that. I feel like you are a little bit more interested in having fun and maybe one night stands because you know you're attractive, right? Than being in a relationship with this person, which is probably where this Five of Materials is coming as the future of this relationship. The Five of Pentacles being left out, isolated, just feeling a lack, right? So it's almost as though this person has put a lot of expectation on this. They've raised their hopes really high, and you're just like, I don't know where you got that impression from, sort of thing. Now, I do have to point out, with the King of Swords and the King of Wands here, like, they could feel a little manipulated, not gonna lie. So if that's not your intention, be aware of that. If that is your intention, I'm not going to feel bad when I say, what the heck are you doing? Why are you like this? That's really mean. And if you don't like it, I guess you don't have to watch the rest of this video. But that's where I'm at. I don't understand treating people that way. Now, if you're honest with them up front and you're like, look, I don't want a relationship. This is strictly friends with benefits. That's what we're doing. Fine. Like, you've said what you needed to say. You're upfront. You're honest. But if you're leaning a little bit more into the reversed energy of the King of Swords and you're being a little manipulative and playing on their emotions, that's not cool. Okay? So, like, there's two sides of that spectrum there. So figure out which side you're on. And if you're not being honest with this person, don't play with their feelings. All right? Because that is horrible karma. And you will make up for that later. That's how karma works. All right? So let's... Honestly, I feel like the only thing I really need to clarify here is this Five of Materials. Otherwise, this is a really straightforward reading. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what I said. The Empress at the bottom of the deck, also with the King of Pentacles down there. And then we've got the Sun, the Nine of Cups, the King of Wands, your energy, and the Ace of Pentacles again. So there's repeating energy in here for sure. I really do believe that you're happy exactly as you are. You're not really looking for anything. And even if you were, I honestly feel like this person is coming on way too strong for your liking. Yeah, I really do feel like their expectations were set way too high. Like with this Nine of Cups and the Sun here, it's just like, this is it. This is my person. They're everything I absolutely need. And you're like, whoa, whoa, back off. That's a bit much. Now, I do also want to clarify this Muse of Voices, this King of Swords, just to see where the cutting off of emotion is coming from. Okay. That's making sense. I've got the wheel at the bottom of the deck. Underneath that is Justice card, which is just a reminder of karma. Just saying. But it feels like you're not really ready yet. Justice could also indicate a bit of a breakup in the past, which could be coming from this Two of Swords as well. Like, you're not really sure what you want, you know, not really sure where to go, not really sure what kind of relationship you want either, but at the same time, you're still really comfortable with who you are and like just everything, and you're still in the beginning of the next stage. You're still starting this new journey, so you don't really want to be anything with anyone until you're a little further in and you actually have figured out what it is that you want and where you're going, which is perfectly fair. That's valid. And again, all I'm going to say is communicate that with this person. They're not really going to like it, especially with this Five of Materials, but it's something that they should be aware of, right? If you've stated that you're not ready, you don't want the emotional attachment yet because you just don't, fine. Like you've said your piece. That's all you can really do. I do still get the feeling that this person might continue to be a little overbearing and keep trying to push things, which will lead to them eventually feeling this lack, feeling left out, feeling isolated, because I get the sense that you have very strong boundaries and you are not afraid to enforce them, which is really good. Okay? So, yeah. Let's get you a Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle. This reading is actually going pretty fast. It's not a bad thing. It's just a very straightforward message. So what do we have for Gemini and this person, this situation, please? Just trying to hide in the middle of the deck here. I saw it. So you have the Spiral Dancer, Circuitous Route, and Perception. So I think the perception part of things is really good here. Circuitous Route lends itself to being cycles, right? Just things that keep going, keep going, keep going. It almost kind of feels as though you're trying to break a cycle here. Mostly I just kind of feel the sense of perception is a big indicator on here. This is card number 5, and I really feel as though this person is going to see this as a hit to their own self-esteem. Like, even if you're upfront and completely honest with them, I just kind of feel like they're going to see this so much differently. Like, but I've given you all this, and why don't you still love me? That kind of thing. So perception is going to be a big thing here. It's going to be their view of things versus your view of things. And I feel like if they're not willing to see your side and adhere to your boundaries, you're just going to cut them off completely, because that's kind of what the King of Swords does, right? And that's absolutely fair. So you got to try your best to make sure their perception of you is what you want it to be. And that's why I'm saying be upfront and be honest with this person. If you're not ready, if you need some time, fine. Give them that image, okay? But also understand that they may still not see you in the light that you've presented yourself. Because again, I do feel like this person has really built you up and held you to an insanely, actually impossibly high standard that I don't really think anyone could meet. So I think they need to temper their own expectations in regards to this, and it's going to cloud their perception of you. But I don't really see you letting it get the best of you. I just kind of see you moving forward and being like, nope, not even engaging in this, which is perfectly fine. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. If this resonated, please drop a like down below. Lets me know as a tarot reader I've tapped into your energies, which is very important for me as a tarot reader. Yeah, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you have already, I very much appreciate it. It helps me out a whole heck of a lot. So, yeah, I hope to see you all in the next one, and I hope you take care. Bye.